Are y'all starting up? I don't see the we're live thing. All right, there it is. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. So happy to see all of you. So happy that we are at the end of a short work week because of Memorial Day weekend. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. If you are watching this and this is the first time that you have ever seen my face, heard my voice, my name is Natalie Pierre-Lewis and welcome. I am the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help creators and entrepreneurs get their business paperwork together. So things like making sure that you are registered with your state, making sure that you have a business bank account, trademarks, making sure you have contracts, hiring employees properly, choosing the right business entity. I help you do those things. If you're asking why I'm qualified, so glad you asked. I have been a licensed, hello to whoever came in on Facebook. Say hi. I'm glad that you asked why I'm qualified. I'm a licensed attorney, have been one for over a decade. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others. I've had many careers in the realms of law, education, entrepreneurship, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I am very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everybody as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but so many of you have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful in business, there are just some concepts that you're going to have to know. There's no way around it. Hello to the second person who came in on Facebook. Say hi. So that's it. That brings us to NPL Legal Dish. So every Thursday I get on live and I throughout the week I've compiled stories from the news about celebrities and just interesting stories to demonstrate some of the legal concepts and the business concepts that you need to know if you ever have a desire to, start your own business. And some of them are just fun because we get to talk about some of my favorite celebrities. We have a good time. All right. Now, if you're interested in any of my business formation services, I urge you to go to the link in my bio, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. Hi, Vitran. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. There you're going to find things like you're going to find the sneak peeks to some of my ebooks, like my contracts ebook and my Protect Your Biz webinar, where I talked about trademarks, copyrights, and patents. You're also going to find a link to my podcast, where I interview entrepreneurs in different areas of industry to talk to them about the ins and outs of running a business, no matter how crazy and out there it seems. And you're also going to find different places where you can follow me. So if you go to linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, hi, Jessica Alexander. Oh, you're so welcome. So yeah, if you go to the link in my bio, just visit there and see all the cool stuff I got. All right. So now we are getting down to brass tacks, guys. We have a lot of stories to cover today. I'm very excited because we're talking about some of my faves. And we're going to get right to it. Okay. So the first thing I want to say is I want to say a very big congratulations to Rihanna for the debut of her luxury Fenty line. If you guys have been watching me with any regularity, you know that I talked about Fenty, her putting a trademark in for a Fenty luxury line, and they said it was going to be everything from like office supplies to housewares. Hello, I'm God's Child 1983, and she has come out with this amazing luxury line. Now, am I going to buy it? Probably not at this juncture, or maybe, maybe if I go to the outlet or somewhere. But congratulations to Rihanna. And this is the power of branding. The Fenty name is so powerful now that Rihanna is the first Black woman to have a luxury line with the company that owns Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Hennessy, LVMH, right? So this is the power of branding. This is the power of owning your trademark. So congratulations to Rihanna. Second story we are talking about. Hello, Labé Insurance Agency. Thank you for tuning in. Second story that we are talking about has to do with my fave, Cardi B. Guys, you guys know that I love Cardi B. I think she is so funny, right? We talked a couple of months ago about Cardi B. She filed a trademark for her famous phrase, oh, Well, Cardi has filed yet another trademark application. This time she has filed it for two things. One is the word Bocktails, and the other is a phrase, Bocktails with Cardi B. Now, Bocktails with Cardi B is being trademarked for entertainment services for TV and internet featuring celebrities and artists. So what that tells us is that Cardi B is going to be coming out with a talk show probably very, very soon. As well, the Bocktails trademark is going to be used for alcoholic beverages and clothing. So Cardi B is out here securing the bag, getting her trademarks, putting her stamp on the world. This is why it's important to know your brand, define your brand, and protect it. Because she's taking these terms that might seem silly or outlandish, but that are very unique to her, and she's using them to make money. Securing her trademarks means that nobody can go and take Bocktails and try and start their own drink line or try to start their own show called Bocktails with somebody else. All right, so that is the power of trademarking. Now, so good for you, Cardi B. I'm very proud of her. She was a regular, schmegular girl from the Bronx, and look where she is now. Next story we're talking about, guys, we have two stories today having to do with the Kardashians in some form. If you have watched me at all, you know that I'm not a big fan of the Kardashians, but they are amazing for content. So this story we are talking about has to do with the newest addition to Kim and Kanye's family, Sam West. So the one thing I will say about the Kardashians is, again, they are another family that is great at branding. Kim and Kanye have already filed a trademark application for their baby's name, Sam West. They did the same for Saint, North, and Chicago. They filed this application 9 days after the baby was born. So the baby was fresh out the womb, and they were like, we want to get that on lock. Thank you for joining Go Solar with Clint. All right. Like I said, the Kardashian family is really great about protecting their names and their brands. So Kim has their 4 kids' names that they're trademarking. Khloe trademarked her daughter's name. Kylie trademarked her daughter's name, Stormy Webster, as well as Stormy World, which was the name of her, the theme of her daughter's party. However, they're filing these trademarks, but they haven't gotten them yet. But they're in the works. So understand that when you file a trademark, it takes a while for the trademark office to really examine it, make sure that you have a credible argument for this trademark, meaning that you're actually going to use it to conduct business and say whether you can use it or not. All right. And just as an aside to that, I wanted to follow up on a story. A few months ago, I talked about a wedding planner who had sued Beyonce and Jay-Z for trying to trademark their daughter Blue Ivy's name. Now, as a follow-up to this, I found out that Beyonce and Jay-Z were denied the trademarks for all 3 of their children's names. And I think that has to do with the fact that they said in an article that they would trademark their kids' names, but only so that nobody else could use them. And that is not High Joint Meditations, and that's not how you use trademarks. When you trademark something, you trademark it because you plan to use that logo or that phrase or that name to make money. You can't just get a trademark for something so that nobody else can use it. Okay? All right. So let me take a quick break. We have some people who've come into the room. Thank you all for joining tonight. We got a full house. I'm very excited. Hi, guys. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis, owner and operator of NPL Consulting, LLC. Every Thursday, I get on here and I talk about celebrity stories and cool stories in the news to help demonstrate business concepts so that you as an entrepreneur or creative can go out there and, business like a boss. All right. So next story also, if you are interested in any of my business formation services, like how to start an LLC, making sure you have contracts for your business, go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm and set up your free 15-minute consultation. All right. linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, free 15-minute consultation, first time clients only. On to our next story. This story is really kind of heartwarming. This has to do with if you're into the hip hop world, Nipsey Hussle. If you have been paying any attention to that, Nipsey Hussle was a very beloved member of the hip hop community who was killed due to gun violence, unfortunately. But he left a really strong legacy. And part of that legacy was a phrase called "the marathon continues." Now, it is well known that Nipsey Hussle was a member of the Crips gang, right? Now, he wasn't an active member, but he was affiliated with them. Well, the Crips organization has filed a trademark for Nipsey Hussle's phrase, "the marathon continues." They filed the phrase so that they can use it for commerce and community efforts, youth sports programs, concert bookings, educational manuals for gang intervention, radio and TV programming, boxing contests, reality shows, documentaries and films, and just a whole host of different services. So the Crips are really trying to take this trademark so that they can rebrand themselves from an organization that is known for crime and fear and drugs to an organization that is trying to reinvest in their community. And I think taking this phrase and really kind of using it in those avenues can really help them towards that. So congratulations to the Crips for, turning over a new leaf and turning a negative into a positive, because while it was a tragedy that Nipsey Hussle was lost, his impact is really being felt in the community. And we're thankful for that. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, next story is really cool. Does anybody here know anything about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? If you've ever heard of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, can you please give me a B in the comments? I just want to see who knows what. If you've heard anything about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, because this is a very funny, I think it's funny. I think it's cool. There's a whole bunch of things in here. Hold on, let me take a sip of water, guys. I'm a little parched. I've been talking all day. Part of what I do as an entrepreneur is I am an interpreter, and I was interpreting, basically talking a trial for 5 hours today. So the voice is a little strained. Anyway, back to the Bitcoin story. So you all know around last year and a half ago, there was this whole big craze to get into. Thank you, Jessica. This whole big craze about buying Bitcoin and making money with cryptocurrency and all this stuff. I'm not going to lie. I got caught up in it too. I actually did a few cryptocurrency seminars teaching people what the basics were, right? Now, if you know anything about, if you're into kind of the backstory of cryptocurrency was, according to legend, started by this person or a group of people known as Satoshi Nakamoto. But nobody knew who Satoshi Nakamoto was, except that recently some guy named Craig Wright came out and said that he's Satoshi Nakamoto and that he owns a trademark to the term Bitcoin. And he filed an application. However, plot twist, Pablo Escobar's brother filed a trademark for the term Bitcoin 4 months before he did this. So Pablo Escobar's brother actually owns the trademark to the word Bitcoin. Now, the reason why I bring this story up is why it's important for you to file quickly. The first person who files the trademark and can, show credibly that they own it usually gets it. So this guy, I don't know whether he's Satoshi Nakamoto or not, but let's say he is, but he waited this long to file the trademark for Bitcoin. Pablo Escobar's brother, whose name is Roberto, owns it. Now, the way that he got the trademark was basically he owns a United Kingdom company called Coin Legal Limited, right? And he has this German partner who's also the CEO of his other company, Escobar Incorporated. And basically, the partner went and filed a trademark for the company, and now Pablo Escobar owns a trademark to Bitcoin. So, the power of filing first is real, everybody. Okay. All right. I'm so glad I've got some new people in here. Welcome, new watchers. I'm so happy to have you. It makes me feel really warm inside to be able to share all my nerdy stuff. So thank you for joining. All right. Next case we're talking about has to do kind kind of with trademarks, but kind of helping you guys understand how courts work. So this is a case of Claim Solution versus U.S. Claim Solution. Okay, so these are two companies that do. It doesn't even matter what they do. They have similar names. Claim Solution basically filed trademark infringement and cyber squatting against U.S. Claim Solution because they bought the web domain www.claimsolutions.com. And they filed this case in Missouri, which is where Claim Solution, the plaintiff, lives, right? However, this company, U.S. Claim Solution, has never operated in Missouri, has no ties to Missouri, has never made any efforts to do business in Missouri. And the court dismissed the case due to lack of jurisdiction. Now, when you are going to court as a business owner, if you ever have to go to court, you want to make sure that beforehand, one, you have contracts in place that designate under what state's laws your business is going to be handled under, because you don't want something like this to happen where, you know, you're in New York and you're suing someone in California, and then, you know, you file in New York and then they're like, well, this person doesn't live in New York, and so we don't have any jurisdiction, so your case is dismissed. You need to be very clear about what laws are going to be followed in your contracts with your clients. And in the case if you know, God forbid, you don't have a contract, you need to do your research to see where you can file your case and who has the right to hear your case before the judge. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take a 2-second break, take a sip of water. Introduce myself again. I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis of NPL Consulting LLC. I am a business formation expert. I help get your business off the ground legally. Go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm to see all the cool stuff I do, the ebooks I write, my video trainings, my podcast. You can book your free 15-minute consultations. There's a lot at the linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, so check it out. All right. Next story, I heard about this yesterday. How many of you guys have heard of the rapper Yo Gotti? If you've ever heard of the rapper Yo Gotti, give me a yo in the comments. If you have heard of the rapper Yo Gotti, give me a yo in the comments. And this is a case of why contracts are important. Hi, I am Sunshine Speaks. How are you, darling? Yo Gotti, not everybody might know Yo Gotti. He's kind of like, he's big, but he's not big yet. Anyway, let me get to this story. All right, I am Sunshine Speaks knows who Yo Gotti is. All right. So, Yo Gotti is a rapper, okay? And he's an up-and-coming rapper. He had a very popular song, Goes Down in the DM. Wait, how'd it go? And Nicki Minaj did the remix. It was great. It was a fun song. They still play it to this day. It goes down in the DM. Anyway, so that's who Yo Gotti is. Yo Gotti was paid $20,000 to do a recording session with an up-and-coming rapper by the name of Young Fletcher. All right? And he accepted this payment. Now, the reason why this is important is because when you have a contract, if somebody says, I will give you money to do something, and you take the money, that is considered acceptance, even if you don't have a signature. If I say, I'm going to pay you $20,000 to come to a recording session, and you don't say a word to me, I hand you $20,000 and you take the $20,000, you have accepted my terms, and you have to come to this recording session. All right, because I made you an offer, which is I want you to come do this recording session, and I gave you consideration. Here's $20,000, and you accepted. You took the $20,000. That is called that's. If you go and you get my contracts ebook, I talk about the 3 different types of acceptance. That there is express, implied, and contingent acceptance. And what I urge you to do is look up those 3 acceptances, express, implied, and contingent, and you tell me what kind of acceptance that was, because it was acceptance, right? Anyway, He takes the $20,000. They're like, ooh, we about to have a song with Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti refused to release the song. Apparently, he didn't show up to the recording session. He didn't send over any vocals. And what he did instead was he heard the song. Oh, Jessica Alexander remembers the song. So I guess he heard the song, he liked it, and he tried to record his own version of the song. Then he tried to steal the artist, the rapper, Young Fletcher, from the record label by offering him a $150,000 deal. Okay? So he took the $20,000. He didn't go to the studio. He heard the song, liked it, tried to record his own, and then tried to bring the artist who he was supposed to record with onto his label instead. So he just tried to steal him out from under the management. So the management company sued Yo Gotti. He was served on stage last year and he never responded to the lawsuit. So they go to court. The judge initially gave assessed a judgment. Right. He breached the contract. Very good. Sunshine Speaks. By not showing up after he took that money, he breached his contract. He did not uphold his end of the bargain. The agreement was, I give you money, you show up to this recording session. He took the money and didn't show up. Breach of contract. This is why you need to have your contracts done, so you have everything out in writing so everybody knows what is expected of them. Now, I'm sure that there was some paperwork exchanged in this because these are all, musicians. They've got credibility. They're out here in the world. They've got lawyers. I'm sure there were contracts. There's a contract somewhere. But Yo Gotti was like, I'm Yo Gotti. I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going where I don't want to go. I'm just going to record my own song, and breached the contract. So the judge was like, oh, for real? So the $20,000 that he got paid for the contract, the judge was like, well, you're going to pay them $2.2 million. And then because he was so egregious, because he then went and recorded his own version and then tried to steal the artist, the judge tripled the judgment and made a judgment of High King Tax Services. He assessed a judgment of $6.6 million against Yo Gotti. $20,000 to $6.6 million for breaking a contract. When I tell you contracts are important, I'm not kidding. Okay, so make sure that if you're going into business, I don't care if it is with your child, your mama, your brother, your lover, whoever, make sure you have your contracts. Okay. Yes. Wow. I am Sunshine Speaks. Okay. Whew. Now, I know I got real passionate about that, but y'all, I have seen so many people get tied up because they didn't have contracts. Like, I'm currently working with a client to straighten out a situation because they went into business with someone who they thought, was in their corner. And, it turns out that they weren't. So please make sure you have your contract, especially you guys who make custom items. I'm in a few of your groups. You make beautiful, like, pillows and cups and stuff. Go pick up my crafter's contract template because, oh, thank you, sweetheart. I am Sunshine Speaks said you taught us how to protect our intellectual property and businesses. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Make sure you pick up the crafter's contract template bundle, because what it is, it's going to give you a Word document that you can alter. Thank you. A Word document that you can alter. You get a PDF document with labels, so it tells you what each section is. And then I also have a video guide with it so that you know how to change each section to exactly what you want. So you guys who make those amazing custom items that I could never even dream of creating, please protect yourselves, okay? All right, that's my public service announcement. Back to the stories. Okay, do I have any Chanel perfume fans here? I know that Chanel number 5 Chanel has a whole line of perfumes. I don't know the name of them all, but Chanel really, they've got the perfume game on lock, and they got the bag game on lock. People love Chanel. Well, now, if you have followed me for any length of time, you know that I have said that you cannot trademark generic words, right? But people always find an exception. And Chanel apparently has found an exception. Chanel has filed a trademark for the word beige as the name of a perfume. So they want to trademark the word beige for perfumed items. And that's a really unique way, because you can trademark colors. Like if you think about the pink in T-Mobile, or that specific shade of blue that the Gap uses, or Starbucks' shade of green, all of those are trademarked colors for their industries. This is very different in trying to trademark the name of the word. I Am Sunshine Speaks asked, is that fair for us? Is what fair for us? Trademarking these common words? If you're saying if it's fair to trademark the common word, the thing is, when you can file. Everybody has the ability to file. You can file your trademark online. So there's no real barrier to anybody filing a trademark if they think of it first. You just have to have the actual product. So I can't file a trademark for beige. Well, it does put you at risk for using, so I Am Sunshine Speaks asked, does that put us at risk for using the phrase beige? That only puts you at risk if you are trying to sell a perfume by the name beige. Remember that when you trademark something, you can only trademark in your industry. Chanel cannot trademark beige into infinity and into perpetuity. They can only trademark beige for the purpose of selling a perfume. Now, if you, I Am Sunshine Speaks, now try and go and sell your own perfume that is named beige, then you'll get in trouble. But if you, I don't know, are trying to, do a trademark beige clothing line, that's different. Okay? All right. So Chanel is trying to trademark the word beige for perfume. Most countries have said yes. However, Israel has been so far the one country to say no to Chanel trademarking the word beige for perfumes. So I don't know, go get y'all some beige Chanel perfume. All right. Next story we're talking about, my makeup girls. How many of you guys have ever used those beauty blender brushes? Jessica Alexander said, thanks for public service announcement about custom items. I'll download the PDF. Good for you. Good. All right. My makeup girls, how many of you guys have ever used those beauty blender brushes? If you've used a beauty blender brush, please say yes in the comments. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, they're usually beauty blender brushes are like spongy. I Am Sunshine Speaks said she's used a beauty blender brush. They're like spongy. They're kind of shaped like an egg, and they're supposed to apply your makeup very evenly and look airbrush without having to have used an airbrush. Okay. Now, I have seen beauty blender brushes literally everywhere. However, I did not know that the beauty blender brush itself is a patented trademark item, and they are suing a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people. The company Beauty Blender is they are suing this company named New Flag. Okay, and they're suing them because apparently their products have been showing up in TJ Maxx and Costco. Now, you might be asking, what's the problem? They're still selling the items. Some stores, to protect their exclusivity, have specific places that they allow their items to be distributed in. And your distributor cannot sell it to anybody outside this list. Now, if a place that's not on the list happens to get those items and they sell it, that's not their fault because they didn't do it. However, the problem lies with the distributor because they were never supposed to let it get out to that store in the first place. So Beauty Blender is suing their German distributor, which is named New Flag, because they have been selling the Beauty Blender products to discount outlets like TJ Maxx and Costco, and they've been doing little things to make it different. Like they'll put the instructions in German, or they'll do something weird with the shape. But they've tried to get around the distributor agreement and have been selling this beauty blender brush to unauthorized outlets. Okay. Now you might say, why won't they sue TJ Maxx or Costco? Because TJ Maxx or Costco didn't do anything wrong. They purchased the merchandise. It's like, if you think about when you go to, when you buy a knockoff item, right? Hold on. I Am Sunshine Speak said, so why sue the distributor? How would the distributor know that they have a contract with those outlets? The distributor knows because the company tells you, okay, you can sell to these companies. All right. I say that you can sell to these companies. And if it ends up, if I say you can only sell my stuff in Nordstrom's Rack and Lord and Taylor, and then I see my stuff at Ross Dress for Less and TJ Maxx, no shade, I love Ross Dress for Less. I'm going to be like, what happened? Right. So that's exactly what Beauty Blender said. They're like, what happened? We didn't tell you that you could put it here. And the way that they knew that it was coming directly from the distributor was because they were able to track down the barcodes. So when I say people are very serious about their brands and the reputation, it's like certain brands do not want to be sold in certain places because they want to maintain a certain, a certain level within the eye of the public. So you have to be very, you have to be careful as a distributor. You need to follow your contracts. The contract didn't say that you could sell to anybody. They said that you could sell to these specific list of vendors. I love all your questions and your comments, guys. You're fantastic. Okay, we only have 2 more stories to go. All right. Okay. Have any of you guys heard of the beauty brand? It's a hair care line named Olaplex. Olaplex. Sometimes no, please don't say I'm your attorney, girl, because I don't want nobody to say I represent it. I help out. I'm a legal advisor. But I am here to advise you. All right. Kimberlyn said nope, she doesn't know who Olaplex is. All right. Olaplex is apparently like a luxury hair care line. And again, just like Beauty Blender, they have specific outlets that they want their products sold in. Now, apparently Walmart, unlike TJ Maxx and Costco, they weren't getting the products from a third source and then selling them. They were just straight up making ripoffs. Ripoffs of Olaplex that were of poor quality and selling them as the actual brand. So Olaplex is like, first of all, 1, you don't have permission to sell our stuff. And 2, your knockoffs are of poor quality and you're tarnishing our image. So this is trademark infringement. It's like, hi, Melvin Sample 6. There's a lot going on here, but your quality of goods, again, is part of your trademark. There is a reason why you don't see Louis Vuitton and Chanel really at TJ Maxx and Ross. There is a reason why you don't see certain brands in certain places. People can be very particular about their brands. They want exclusivity. If you think about brands like Supreme that just drop very limited items and then go, they've created their own high-end market because of the exclusivity. You're only supposed to be able to get these Supreme items at the Supreme pop-ups. And if you don't, it's knockoff, right? All right. So Olaplex is coming for Walmart's coins, and Walmart actually just got hit with they were assessed another judgment because of a trademark infringement with a grilling company because they were selling like knockoff grills or something, or their trademark was too close. All right, and now we are closing out with another Kardashian-ish clan story. This is with the artist formerly known as Kanye West, and this is about his church merchandise and protecting the fonts. Now, I say the artist formerly known as Kanye West because the man has problems. I'm going to pray for him, all right? But if you've been paying any attention to Kanye West in the news lately, he's been having these early morning Sunday services somewhere, apparently that are by invite only, and I have never heard of a church that was invite only, so sir, what are you talking about? Anyway, at these church services, he is selling merchandise, shirts that say, trust God, Sunday service on whatever, blah, blah, blah. Very common phrases, but on shirts. Now, the article that I read said, well, how are they going to protect these designs? Because fonts are really hard to protect. And we already know that places like Zara, Fashion Nova, Forever 21, they're going to be coming out with knockoffs like that. And because you really can't protect a font, the thing is, how close are these shirts going to be? Are they going to be exact replicas? How is Kanye going to protect these very simply designed shirts? Now, here's some research that I did. Now, there is a difference between, there's font and there's typeface. And here's something, it was even confusing to me. So if you're confused, don't worry. Don't even feel bad about it because I was confused too. Now, font is explained as what you use. So, when you're going and you're writing and you go choose your font, you pick Helvetica or Gothic or whatever. Typeface is what you see. It is the physical manifestation of the font. So how it looks when you actually type the letters. You can protect a typeface with a design patent as long as the use is non-obvious. And if you have gotten my Protect Your Biz ebook bundle, you know that we talk about non-obvious utility in that ebook, okay? And that's available in the e-store as well when you go to the link in my bio. Now, you can protect the use of a font, like how it's used. So if you think about, thank you, I Am Sunshine Speaks. If you think about the font that Disney uses for all of their stuff, that font is protected within their industry, that you can't use this font in this industry because it's ours, right? You can protect how the font is used, but you can only protect it if you're using that font to make money. So if I go and I make, the patent ebook, it's with the bundle. The whole bundle is $27.79 or $27.97 in the e-store. And it's 3 ebooks. You get the trademark ebook, the patent ebook, and the copyright ebooks for like less than $30. So very affordable. Now, like I was saying, you can protect the use of a font, like how Disney uses it, but it has to be if it's sold. So if I make my own Disney shirt, right? Because I'm going to Disney World and I am just a Disney fanatic. If I have not sold this shirt, I just literally made it for myself, but it looks like something that could be sold by Disney. As long as I'm not making money off of it, they can't really do anything to me. I'm not trying to make money. I just love Disney. However, the moment I start making these shirts and I try to sell them, that is when Disney can hit me with the old cease and desist and say, girl, give us our money. Stop it. All right. So now bringing it back to Kanye, you can protect the use of a font, but his shirts are so simple. The thinking is that these shirts are going to be ripped off very soon and very closely. You may not even be able to tell the difference except for probably the price tag. Yeah. So guys, those were all of the stories for today. Your interaction was Kimberlyn has a question. Ray Disney, then how are all these Etsy people making? Kimberlyn, that is a very good question. The reason people on Etsy are able to get away with selling knockoff items is simply because they haven't been caught yet. The minute somebody not somebody, because understand that to make a trademark infringement claim, you have to be the owner of the trademark, right? So if I see Disney stuff being sold on Etsy that's not authorized, I can't do anything. Disney themselves has to come to Etsy and say, this person is using our mark, take them down. And it's very hard to catch all of these people. So the only reason people on Etsy are thriving with trademark infringement right now is simply because they haven't been caught. And some of them, when they have rival Etsy stores, they'll turn each other in, and they'll try and get each other in trouble and get their store shut down. But all of them are out here. Yeah, I know there's a lot of them out here, but it's simply because they haven't been caught yet. That's all it is. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Dang, we've been on for 40 minutes. Okay. Any more questions? Yes, Kimberly. This trademark game, it's not even a game. People are out here stealing, okay? Stealing people's ideas. All right. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to leave it there tonight. Don't forget to go to the link in my bio, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. Give me some feedback on the stories. I want to hear what you think about them. If you have stories that you find, please submit them. I would love to talk to them because there's no way that I can catch everything. So if you guys see something that's interesting, please send it to me, DM me, whatever we got, and I will talk about it on here. Set up your 15-minute free consultation. Go get yourself some ebooks. Go listen to my podcast. I'm about to go make me some dinner. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, a wonderful weekend. Be blessed, be productive. Bye.